Hey guys, Chris with Tillman Family Farms. Today we are going to talk about Starkline netting, and I wanted to remind you guys that there's a discount code out there. The discount code is Tillman Family. So when you go to Starkline netting and place your order, you can go to the discount code and type in Tillman Family, and you'll get 10% off of whatever you're ordering. So I want to specifically talk about the poultry netting and the poultry gates. They have made some improvements to the poultry gates. We got one, and I'm also going to show you another way to use Starkline netting. Let's go check it out. All right, so this is the original Starkline netting poultry gate that we first got. This thing has held up great. I really feel like, and I hadn't really paid attention, but I'm pretty sure that this is still probably the best gate in the business out here. It's rugged, it's sturdy, it's well put together, and it's just easy to deal with. It's not a single piece of netting that you're fighting with back and forth like some of the other brands, but this thing is constructed pretty well. I'm going to take the camera down and I'm going to show you how this thing's constructed, and then we're going to go down and look at the new, and we're going to see hopefully improved, but we hadn't had any problems with this one. So let's check this one out and then we'll go for a walk. All right, so the way this thing works, so it's got a pole. Forgive my hands, I've been working on stuff. So it's got a pole, goes in the ground right there. So on this side of the gate, so this is your hinge side. So you're gonna have two of these and then one at the bottom. And then you got a pole up here and then a pole up here. So I am not 100% sure if this was the cure or the cause for the design, but this is how we open and close the gate without getting down here and getting close into the netting itself that may be energized. But on this side, you just have one with another pole just like the other one. And then you just pick it up, boop, just like that. And you swing the gate open without letting those guys out. And that is that. Really, really nice, simple design. It's rugged. I mean, it's done really well for us. And let me tell you, buddy, we put it through the freaking works, I'm gonna tell you. But you see what we're doing here, right? We're using Starkline netting to keep chickens in. So let's go down and take a look at a whole nother setup that has another poultry gate and see what we're doing with the netting there. All right, here's concept number 2. So Dad's chickens down here are a little rogue, right? They like to get in the garden and they like to eat his small plants as they're popping up, which he's got a lot of small plants popping up. So we decided to take some Starkline poultry netting and keep these joggers out instead of keeping them in. And let me tell you, so far it has worked great. But look right there. We ordered a new Starkline poultry netting gate, and we are going to look at the differences in that versus what I just showed you, so that we can see what we think about this one versus the other one. All right, so same concept. So you got a hinge down there, and then you got a hinge up here. So if you're looking, you can immediately tell, of course it's white, the other one was black. But all of these things, and I was not here when my dad put this together, but these look like they spin on, so maybe that's a little bit different. The other ones had a screw that went through the end all the way through into this piece. So, and then the same for here, and then the same at the bottom. And then they look like they piece together here and here, and then they've all got caps on them up here as well. I think, I mean, just shaking it around and all that kind of stuff, I think that it seems to be a little bit more sturdy than what mine is. Only time will tell. So this is kind of a first glance at this thing. The one thing that I'm noticing right off the bat, and it's quite possible that Dad may have used a pole in the wrong place. So it looks like this pole goes to there. And if you look at these, this pole would go down just like the other one on the other side. But you look how high this hinge is, okay? And then you look how much more pole you've got. So I've noticed that Dad has a little bungee holding this gate, and he's not using that piece. So it's quite possible that he may have used one in the wrong place, and that it should be this one over there, and that one should be on this side down a little bit. So I don't want to knock it for anything, because I know right now, just looking at it, I don't think that piece right there would go all the way up over that pole if you tried to pick it up like I just showed you on mine over there. So, but it does, it all hooks up the same way. You can stretch that piece out right there back to the netting itself, and that'll energize it. We don't do it that way. We just use some alligator clips, but Dad's got his rigged up, so he's got his netting coming to it. Starkline sends you some nylon rope to tie these together, but this is a great alternative. It works out really well. Dad looks like he used, well, some of the zip ties may have come with it. Some of those may have come with it. But anyhow, this, we'll have to do a long-term review on this Starkline netting poultry gate. Still, I think, man, that these are probably the best ones in the business. The other ones that don't have a frame, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, if there's another company out there that has a frame, just leave me a note down in the comments below. But we love these things. They work great. They move easy. The poles for each side of it work very, very well. So it's just a great setup. So how many of you guys out there fight critters and whatnot getting into your garden, whether it's deer or rabbits or bird, whatever it may be? This Starkline netting, this poultry netting with the smaller holes on it, may be the answer to your problems. So get you a charger. They sell chargers. These that we use are just a little bit different, but they sell kits that come with a charger. Make sure you get the premium netting, because the premium netting is going to be a little bit taller, and it's going to give you a lot better fiberglass post. So Poultry Gate, and then Starkline netting, 48-inch tall, or 48 inches, I think, with the premium poles. And you guys will love this stuff, whether you're using it for chickens. We use it for all kinds of stuff, man. It goes into our rotation. We've got so much of it now. But keeping things out of your garden, this is a great use for it. I know a lot of people don't think like that, but I have gotten some questions on netting videos and electric fencing videos in the past about how to keep animals out. People have asked about bears, and I'm like, oh, guys, we don't have bears around here. Well, we might. Somebody keeps saying they do, but I don't know. Anyhow, this is just a short little video about the netting and about this new poultry gate. We'll do a long-term review on down the road. Don't forget about the Starkline netting discount code, Tillman Family, all one word. If you haven't done so, please go down and like and subscribe and ring that bell so you'll see all the videos we put out. We will see you in the next video.